morning, sir. My name is Cadet Fletcher. This is an unclassified mission brief. The purpose of this brief is to provide information to 2nd Platoon on the route that we will be taking from our patrol base to the ORP before we conduct an ambush here. The order of march will stay consistent throughout the movement and is as follows. We'll have 1st Squad in the front, followed by Alpha Team Weapons, then 2nd Squad, then Bravo Team Weapons, and then 3rd Squad in the rear. Throughout the movement, we will be moving in a platoon, squad, column, fire team wedge, and all of the following azimuths in this brief will be given in magnetic. Starting from our patrol base, as soon as we depart, we will head south at a bearing of 152 degrees for approximately 500 meters. We'll be hand railing this road, keeping it to our west, and stopping at checkpoint 1 just before we get to this road in the south. From there, we will turn and head at a bearing of 89 degrees to checkpoint 2. Again, hand railing this road, keeping it in the south, making sure we're staying in the wood lines and concealed from any visibility from the enemies. Checkpoint 2 is noticeable from this flatter, more open terrain right north of this road in the stream. From checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 3, we'll cross this road as an LDA and then begin contouring this spur and move to the northern edge of it, as you can see here, right where checkpoint 3 is. Checkpoint 3 to checkpoint 4, we will continue to contour this spur on the eastern side, trying to avoid any unnecessary elevation gain, to avoid skylining, and just to avoid unnecessary work. We will continue moving on this contour line until we hit this stream, which is right where checkpoint 4 is. From checkpoint 4 to checkpoint 5 is about a 600 meter movement at a bearing of 140 degrees. However, we will primarily rely on terrain analysis. As you can see, checkpoint 5 sits on top of this hill, which is the highest point of elevation in this relative area and should be pretty noticeable. Additionally, checkpoint 5 will give us an opportunity to verify our location on the map, again, because it's an easy point to see on the map and we'll know that we are there from being on top of the hill. From checkpoint 5 to checkpoint 6, we'll head directly south at a bearing of 92 degrees for approximately 750 meters, and we'll stop just shy of this road to our east. From checkpoint 6 to checkpoint 7, again, we're going to cross this road as an LDA, move into the wood line for some concealment, and then head south to checkpoint 7, which is about a 520 meter movement, staying in the wood line. Checkpoint 7 here is depicted being in this open area. However, more realistically, we'll stay in the wood line to avoid enemy detection. From checkpoint 7 to checkpoint 11, we will continue to hand rail the same road, staying in the wood line, contouring these hills. It'll provide us an easy way to know where we are, and if we stay in the woods, we won't be detected. Each of these checkpoints, 8, 9, and 10, are easy points for us to verify where we are on the map. Each one is at a different fork in the road, and from checkpoint 7 to checkpoint 8 is approximately 980 meters, 8 to 9 is 300 meters, 9 to 10 is 800 meters, and then the last leg of this hand railing, 10 to 11, is 1,000 meters. Again, we'll just hand rail it, make sure we know where we are, and it should be a pretty easy movement. One thing to note, on the leg from 10 to 11, there is a forest clearing area depicted here on the map that the intelligence gave us, and it should pose as a danger area when we're approaching it. There's low visibility, most likely, and we'll have to go around it and stay within the wood line to avoid being seen by the enemy. Once we get to checkpoint 11, we will be in this valley. We'll walk down this valley, following this stream for approximately 1,500 meters until we get to checkpoint 12 down here. One thing to note is this valley could possibly canalize our platoon, making us vulnerable from attacks on our flanks. And for this reason, from checkpoint 11 to checkpoint 12, we will be moving a traveling overwatch. Once we get to checkpoint 12, we will head at a bearing of 93 degrees for 300 meters to our ORP, which is right up on top of this hill. A couple things to note, this route can be broken down into 2 phases. From the patrol base all the way to checkpoint 11, enemy contact is not very expected, so we'll be moving in a traveling movement. However, from 11 to 12 and 12 to the ORP, we'll be moving in traveling overwatch. Sir, this concludes my brief. Are there any questions?